oh, don't mind me, I'm just simply scrolling through stuff when I should be working. You know what I love? Those viral math problems that you see on Facebook all the time that people get into those delicious internet arguments about. This one particularly is nasty. You know, because it all has to do with PEMDAS, and people don't remember how to do PEMDAS, and then it has to do with the actual use of the division sign as opposed to slash, and some weird stuff with historical things, whatever. It's stupid. This way of doing math is stupid. Computers do math the right way. Why is this way stupid? Because it's ambiguous. The reason we have an argument about this is because this notation, known as infix notation, is ambiguous. The correct way to do math is the way your computers do math, which is postfix notation. Or just simply, if you want to know what this is, then just simply type it into a computer and say, this is what my programming language says it is. And so that's what's right, because that's what's going to be used to grade. So, anyway, this is a silly expression. So let's talk about postfix notation. Postfix notation is fairly simple. Infix works like this. 2 plus 3. With the, infix notation, yeah. You got 2 plus 3. The plus sign, the operator is in between the operands. But on the other hand, this is how the same expression looks in postfix notation. 2, 3 plus. And that looks really, really weird. But because of the way it's going to work, there is no ambiguity in how it looks. So, if I did this, for instance, let's do 1 plus 2 times 1, or rather 1 plus 3 times 4. So let's look at this expression. This is going to be 15. No matter how, so this is going to be, 15. Honestly, it doesn't really matter because, and yeah, without the parentheses, it makes a pretty huge difference how that will get added up, because that'd be 12 plus 13, 14, right? So this makes a pretty huge difference in how that works. In postfix notation, let's see what that would be. That would be, let's see, 1 plus 1, 1, 3 plus 4 multiply. Let's see how that would work. It'd be 1, 1, nope. It would be 1, 1, 3. There we go. 1, 3 plus 4 multiply 1 plus. Note the lack of parentheses there. And this is because postfix notation doesn't need parentheses. The way postfix notation works is that it works by using a stack. Every time we see an operand, we push it onto the stack. 1, and then 1, and then 3. And then when we see an operator, we pop off the left and the right items from the stack. So now we pop off 1 and 3, and we put then we put the operand in between them. So we did 1, 3 plus, and then take the result of the expression and put it back in the stack. Okay, so we just did that, and now 4, put that on the stack, times, so pop and pop, 4 times 4. Your book has more details on this if you need more than this. 4 times 4. Combine them into 16. Now put 16 on the stack. Put 1 in the stack. And now we see a plus. And so we add 16 plus 1, which gives us 17. The last remaining thing in the stack is the answer. So let's do one more. Okay, I'm just going to hit. So let's go ahead and try to come up with something. 3x plus 2y 3x plus 2y let's do 3. Let's keep things out of it. Let's keep these out of it. 3 times 6 plus 2 times 4. Let's keep variables out of it for right now. So 3 times 6, 6 times 2, 4 times plus. So 3 and 6 multiplied together. So 3 and 6 multiplied together gives us, so remember, this is what we put in the stack. 3, 6, 2, or rather we see 3, we see 6. Multiply 3 and 6 together. Because of that, put that in the stack. 18. Then we put in a 2, then a 4 in the stack. And multiply together, so we get 8. And then finally, put in a, then we hit a plus. Add those together, we get 26. So this is, again, unambiguous, and it's fairly straightforward to do. So, how do we perform this operation? How do we program it? So, string expression again. No, not hello. We need something like this. And then we need a stack of characters. Okay, and then for each character, for each car C. Actually, what we should probably do is, since they're separated like that, we're actually for once going to use a scanner. Scanner equals new scanner, but you can actually scan a string just as you could scan a file. So we're going to scan that expression, because what we'll do is while.scanner.hasNext, which hasNext just separates by white space. So that way, if we change this to be, 36 times 2040, we would actually be able to do that. Car C is equal to scanner dot, we don't want we don't want a characters, this stack of characters. We need strings over here. String chunk is equal to scanner dot has next, which will grab the next chunk, or not has next, scanner dot next. That will grab the next chunk. Okay, now we have to decide what to do with that chunk. If chunk dot equals plus, so now we have to check if it's an operand. So if it is equal to plus or modulo divide times minus so if it's one of those, we need to parse that expression. Else, it's a number, so onto the stack it goes. Stack dot push the chunk. That's a number. So there we go. In fact, we can do a bit better and actually say it's a stack of integers. I know, I can't make up my mind. So integer dot parse int chunk. Right, that will make it a bit easier for us. All right. So actually we'll need to split that if statement up. But at the end, when we're done, we're going to print out stack dot peak. Whatever's at the top of the stack is our answer. So now let's split. Now that I went through all this effort to do this if statement, I'm going to go ahead and split it up. If the chunk is equal to that, else if the chunk is equal to minus, else if the chunk is equal to, and let's just go ahead and do the other ones. So if it's plus, then what do? We pop off the two items in the stack. So first one becomes the right side, the second one becomes the left side. So at least that's the way I believe it should work. 4 or 5 minus. Yep. So int right is equal to stack dot pop. Int left is equal to stack dot pop. And now we need to do since it's plus, we would do stack dot push left plus right. And then we just need to do this exact same thing for all the other operations. Except that we do minus over here. And now we just copy and paste the whole thing. Okay, so else if it's a multiply, divide, and modulo, And that answers 26. So that's it for stacks.